Oh, lucky you. Don't pull the fucking thing off. What the fuck? It's me, bitches. It's Rich's Mitches, bitches. Yes. Let's turn this fucker on. There it is. Okay, new ring light, would you believe? Who can Adam and Eve it? It's me. Well, been watching the Newcastle game, and I can confirm to you there certainly are some shitters in the mist. What a bunch of bastards everywhere, friends. What a bunch of bastards everywhere. I mean, most of them on the pitch or in the dugout for Newcastle United. Fuckery. Fuckery of the highest order. With a smile on its face and saying that intensity is our identity. The fucking high-performance prick. Oh, fucking shite. Hold on a second. Anyway, enough about Newcastle United. How are you? I am fantastic and doing really well. Except for the obvious. By which I mean Newcastle United. Oh, the good life. Tell me what you think of the lighting, friends. It's a new ring light. The last one. What did I do? What did I drop on it? Was it a perfume? I think it was. I was literally in the middle of recording a video and I dropped something on the line and it pulled the connection out. And that was it. It never worked again. So, what a day. We are, my friends, once again in the void. I am back with a live stream. I'm beginning to feel more like a human as escitalopram starts to course through my fucking brain. It's definitely the citalopram and escitalopram are definitely the drugs for me. Are they not? I cannot be dealing with fucking venlafaxine made me feel fucking terrible. Like, works for some people. The doctor was like, oh, I've had really good results with that. I was like, aye, great for them. Mine was fucking not. Do you want to fucking, no paid promotion. No collaboration. All of that. Hold on, just adjusting some settings. Let's have a look. What do we have? Look at this little bastard. There he is. Fragrance Livestream 360. Now, probably Baymax will help people click on the stream and make them want to say, yeah. How are we? Okay, I'm here. I'm here, friends. I'm here. Don't worry. How's the lighting, friends? How do you like the new what do you call it? The new ring light. I'm at last feeling better, it's true. It's true, I am once again feeling better. I see the ring light hasn't helped with the aspect ratio, which is fucking giving me fat aids. But not to worry. Tell me, what is happening? I need to set a goal. I don't know, I see the thing say set a goal and I'm like, yeah, go on, bollocks, why not? Excuse me. Okay. Where are we? I hope everyone is fantastic and doing really well. Forgive my ablutions. Delis, welcome, Delis. Welcome, Mo. Welcome, Germs, Dushan, Often Licked. Stefan, how are you? I don't know what that means, mate, but fair play. He's feeling better. It's about fucking time. It's only been a year. Jesus Christ. Slowly starting to feel more like a human being again. Flying Hawaiian, it's Bob, how are you? Ashfaq, outreach, mate, where have you been? And what up, fam? Why are people putting these weird symbols in the old chat? I don't know what it means. How do we make it stop? Let me just, no, I know what that means. What does that mean? No, I want that bit right there. What does that little symbol mean, bro? Does that mean you're in Japan or something? I can't cope. I need to know what that little symbol means. Lighting looks good. That lighting is better than here in the bar, says Dushan. Dushan is a bar fly. Never leaves the bar. Oven light, mon. What? Wearing entre deux guerres sheep, like Amber Tar from Salt and Pasture. Why is everybody putting those fucking symbols at the beginning of their fucking thing? They don't like that. Rich, have you had a takeaway this weekend? No. Morning, 4 a.m., says Sean P. What was Sean P? It's, what day is it? Yeah. It's Saturday night and it's 8 o'clock, my usual time. It's bollocks. I am feeling more and more normal. So, what the fuck does it mean? Quack. Gerb. I hope everybody is doing well. I have had a busy old week. I bought perfume, didn't I? I bought 2 bottles of Gallop and 2 refills of Gallop. The bottle and refill, I have 1 bottle and refill left. It's on eBay, but if somebody in the UK wants it, or if anybody wants it at all, let me know. It's not on the Hermes website. Well, it's out of stock on the Hermes website. So, to me, that says it's either been reformulated or discontinued, or, as the woman in the shop said to us, it's being made a boutique exclusive. Now, if it's being made a boutique exclusive, what does that mean? That means it's being made exclusive to boutiques. And it means you won't be able to just buy it as and when you want. It's not good enough, friends. It's not good enough. I can't handle it. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of Gallop. I thought it was a little bit too fruity. Ugh, I have not seen Gallop at my Hermes boutique for what it's worth. I'm selling it 180 quid off. All right, so it will be £480 for the Gallop and its refill. All right, £480 is how much it costs at retail. I am selling that motherfucker, right, at £300. I will show you. It comes in its own Hermes box. Comes in this Hermes bag, but it's not on the website. Like, I'm not even joking, you know what I mean? Like, you would think I was joking, but I'm not. I can't even fucking do. How do they fucking do the paper? I don't know. I've bollocksed it myself. I don't know. Fuck off with your stupid paper talk. Stupid box. Hermes box, friends. Comes with a Hermes box, which I will include, of course. You can have a Hermes box. You can have this Hermes bag to pretend that you are rich when you aren't. You only got a perfume. And that is a sealed 50ml, which is considerably bigger box than the sealed 125 refill. How strange. I thought that was odd. I said to myself, that's odd. What the fuck? You know? But not to worry. Back to the chat, friends, just in case anyone wanted to know. 12, it's lit. Yes, very good. Fragrance wearing entre jour. Which of you had a takeaway this weekend? No. Hello, everyone. Germs. Germs has sent a super chat. Thank you, Germs. Oh, very kind. It's $5. Not to worry that your currency is now a fucking basket case. Excuse us whilst we quack. Yes. Please excuse. What's that little thing next to your name? Is that a wrench? You are a wrench. Fragrance Time says, scent of the day, Mask Milano Tango. Another Cecile. For fuck's sake, she's everywhere. Everywhere. Gallop is so good. Quacking right. I have not seen Gallop at my Hermes boutique for what it's worth. A terrible thing, lads. It's a terrible thing when there is no Gallop. It's not on the website. It's not in the stores anymore. It's being withdrawn from the counters, right? So what's going on there? Why are they doing that? She said it was going to be boutique only. To me, that says that they're making an exclusive product, and rather than admit that Cecile Zarokian doesn't make great perfumes, not Cecile Zarokian, nobody wants to admit that she doesn't make good perfumes, rather than admit that Christine Nagel hasn't been a great success at Hermes, they're making things, and I quote, boutique only. Get the fuck. Good evening, it's so good. Boat. Bear milk. I would love to try Gallop, says Duchamp. Love a good sack, says Lou. Gallop smells like a traditional rose tar from yesteryear, i.e. on sandalwood base with some soft green and leather thrown in. To me, it smells like the rose from Mère Eglantine crossed with the leather from Cuir d'Ange. That's what it smells like. That is exactly what it smells like. It's literally those two perfumes slammed together in some kind of hadron collider, large or otherwise, and that's the perfume that we ended up with, you know. Gallop giveaway. I will give it away. I am giving it away for £300, to be fair. It's an absolute bargain, friends. Hello, fragrant friends, says Jordan. Welcome. Scent of the day, I've doused myself in Amber Absolute. Duchamp clubbing. I went to LV today, says Often Licked. They did not have any Nuit de Feu to smell, but they did say it's not discontinued. Fuck them. Shit brand. Fragrance Time. Fragrance Time has sent a $5 super chat. And it says 5 banan. Thank you, Fragrance Time. And thank you to Germs for the super chats. They're very kind. Did you get any Ambre Levant? Often Licked. Did he get any Ambre Levant? We don't know. Gallop is the best Hermes of the decade, says Pradeep, who was wrong again. Remarkable streak that Pradeep is on of being wrong about perfume at the minute. It's quite a thing to behold. Like, she makes terrible perfume, says Sean P. And Jean-Claude Elena are a minimalist. I mean, I've heard him called worse. Tool says Nuit de Feu is alright, not as good as Tower's Nuit de Feu. She's doing much better than Kirky, Delphine, etc. Well, I mean, that's not a high bar. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like saying losing your little finger is better than losing an arm. You know? When a niche scent becomes popular, does it lose meaning? Who knows? I didn't expect to want to buy it immediately, but I thought it should smell it before writing the LV line off. Epic and Memoir Woman were her best, and she had help with those. Yes. She's doing great work, says James. USD is the cleanest dirty shirt in the basket. You're all fucked first. I wouldn't have thought so. We need to decouple from the fucking lunacy. I think it's very similar to Lone Star by Tower. Oh, no. Is it, though? It's got this sweetness. It's got this sweetness. You know? It's, Nuit de Feu. Feu. I'll watch Eugene's video about Nuit de Feu. It's all right. It's a sweet incense to me. It smells syrupy, smoky. It's odd. It's got odd textures. You know, Eugene would definitely he would converse about the textures within. It's a little bit syrupy. It's a little bit thick. It's a little bit smoky. It's a little bit neon. It's weird, you know. Jordan Albro, thank you very much. England wins the World Cup. Count it. Well, I appreciate the sentiment, but I can't say I agree. We're going to shit ourselves. We're going to shit ourselves because of the heat. We don't like that kind of thing. We're British, damn it. I haven't seen the sun in about a month. The best part of a month at this point, you know. I saw a conspiracy theorist video saying, Britain hasn't seen the sun for the best part of a month. I was like, mate, it's January. It's the most normal thing in the entire world. The fuck are you talking about? He was like, that's not normal. I was like, yes, it is. Shut up. It's just, tell us you don't know anything about, tell us you don't know anything about the rest of the world without telling us you don't know anything about the rest of the world. Saying it's cloudy in England and saying it's not normal is genuinely one of the worst ways to ruin your conspiracy theorist channel. My God. And the weather has done for someone else. Again. British weather is undefeated. I'll never forgive her for age 24, says Paroli. Well, yeah, that was genuinely a shitter, to be honest. Please like the stream, friends. The stream needs likes. Please like the stream. Welcome, Trebon Earth. Hello, Mitra. Good to know. Yeah, I do not think Lone Star Memories can be tapped as often, like topped even. Matilda Ron quietly being a top 3 in-house perfumer. Isn't she the Prada one? Yes. And Daniela Andrier is the Cartier one. Or it's the other way around. I can never remember. I like Gallop a lot, says Ashback. If you have an address in the UK, I could sell you this, no problem. All yours. Apparently not being stocked in the world. Must admit, Nuit de Fur, Ombre Nomad are not bad at all. We're going to shit ourselves. There's too many similar perfumes out there. You know, Arabian, oud, leather thingy. Conspiracy theorists are naturally stupid, says Duchamp. Yes. I sprayed on Prada Marienbad. I actually really like that. It smells like the temples I used to visit in China, full of old wood and their beautiful Chinese incense. I burned some incense today. It was nothing to do with China or wood. It was a myrrh. It was Frank incense and myrrh. No gold to go along with it. Wouldn't mind some of that, but not to worry. She's at Cartier, I see. Andrea, right. I say I would always get them the wrong way around. If I did always just get them the wrong way around, that would be easy, but sometimes I get it right. Hope all is well, Rich Mitch, says Chris. And fellow fragheads. Scent of the day is Papillon Anubis, also wearing some Atara from Saruti Dehan Oud Kambodi Kadim. Shout out to Mitch from Fragrance Time for hooking me up. Yeah, there's a Mitch at Fragrance Time as well. I'm glad you two could come together and find a solution for things. Why is my nose so fucking itchy? It was itchy earlier as well. Ambra Samara, such shite girl on, dies with this one. People have been saying that for decades. But they should be dead, but I don't know how long. Richard's name appears exactly 568 times in the latest Epstein Files drop. The people demand answers. Well, that's because it was all the attempts on his life, you see. He was like, someone tried to kill me again today. And then another one, it's like, we've identified him as a man masquerading as a duck online. Raspberry taco sounds humble to me. Horrible to me. Raspberry tobacco. I thought it's a taco. Rare Gale in appearance. Yes. Hello, Mitch, a.k.a. Fragrance Time, says Chris. Been waiting for the right time to say that, says Galen. What, you've been waiting since, 2005? What did you know and when, Galen? What did you know and when? You know? Ghislaine tried to bungle fucking Galen onto that aeroplane. Got halfway up the steps before she realised he wasn't a little girl. Oh, shit. Where are we? Thank you, Dusan. 2023, rare good year for Girl On. Really? How? What's happened there? They're increasing the price of Art a la Matière again. Yes, 400 for a 100 mil. And is it 660 for a... Is it 660 for a 200 mil? I hope they go out of business, frankly. He probably supplied in Balenciaga Pour Homme. Hopefully not. Can't do that. I've nearly finished that bottle of Balenciaga Pour Homme. They said it couldn't be done. I said, I walked into the shop the other day, and the woman in the shop was like, oh, what's that smell? I can smell cleaning products. Have you been bleaching something? I was like, you fucking little bastard. It was Balenciaga Pour Homme. What the fuck? What are you talking about? Stop that. I didn't like that at all. Yee, Saturday streams hit differently, says Christina. Welcome. Habit Rouge Privé, Platine Privé, Neroli Yvette of a Harvest. I don't like Habit Rouge, so I can write that off. Neroli Yvette of a Harvest was okay, though, I'll give you that. So I don't think a childish thing is something to be made fun of, even in the slightest form. Oh, I heard a really, really bad joke, and really bad taste the other day. Oof, it was dark. It was dark. They said it couldn't be done, as something Trump would say. They said it couldn't be done. Oh, well, he's done plenty of illegal shit, so there we go. Resist, says Ashva. I'm resisting. Please don't tell. No, I won't. No. Believe us when I tell you it was dark. It was really bad. But yeah. I went in the other day talking about Glop. And I said, bollocks, I'll take 2 of those. I thought somebody else would want one. I sold one to Houdini straight away. Forgot to charge him postage. Idiot. And then I am left with this one. But that's not all I did. I did buy 2 other fragrances, friends. I did buy 2 other fragrances. No, I bought 3. Well, 2 of them are new to the collection. One of them's not. One of them's a backup. You'll get to see those videos when they drop next week. Those videos will drop next week, and you will get to see them. I did something I've never done before. I filmed like 4 videos off the belt on Saturday. No, not Saturday. What day was it? Was it Wednesday? Thursday? And then I just steadily put them out. I never queue up my videos. You know what I mean? I'm not releasing them all at the same time like Joy Amin does. That was going to talk about Joy Amin as well, to be fair. But I have spread them out. I don't know. I would like to do some first impressions. I need to crack into these new things, these new sample sets that I've got. I've got loads of them. I've got loads of sample sets. It's I've got a Limpra. I mentioned a Limpra, right, in a video. I didn't put them in the title. I didn't do anything. And the founder and owner of the brand left a comment saying, "Oh, hi, I'm the person who owns that brand." I was like, "Whoa, where'd you come from?" Stop that. So yes, I've got to cover them, which I will. And I have to, excuse me, I have to do more stuff. It was, anyway, love Balenciaga Balenciaga Pour Homme, says Bob. I cried watching the Epstein documentary. Oh, God, yeah, I'm not. But making fun of the rich and powerful is always in good taste. Indeed. You bought Dead of Night? No, I didn't. I didn't buy any of those Strangelove. Although there were a lot of Strangelove at 60% off in my local department store. And I did go in and have a look at them. A lot of them were 50ml bottles. I was like, are those Strangeloves? I mean, that wouldn't surprise us if that brand. It seems like such a good idea, doesn't it? I know what we'll do. We'll price our perfumes extraordinarily high. You know? We'll make them £800 fragrances, even though they're not good enough to be £800 fragrances. And we don't have any clout and we're a startup brand. I don't know, that's what we'll do. we'll go for the Overton. No, not the Overton window. We'll go for the Veblen effect, and hopefully that shit's being punished. You know, hopefully that shit's being punished, and they're not going to be able to continue. Ostens is a brand that seems to have just collapsed. I remember when they were on Persolays, and I managed to get me. Everybody used the code to get a free sample. But free bottles, not quite. Were they overpriced? No, not really. They brought out 6 fragrances all at once. I kind of feel like that's a warning. You know, should you, as a startup, be bringing out 6 fragrances all at once? No. Should you, as an established brand, be bringing out 6 fragrances all at once? Also, no. You know, you see these perfume houses now, and what they do is they'll be like, oh, we've got a new line, and it's like, oh, that's nice. How many fragrances are in it? It's like, you know, it's just been released. Maybe it's like 3. You know, it's like, yeah, 9. It's like, ooh, no, stop that. You know. So, unimpressive, but I did like, and I've got a little bottle of it, which I rarely wear, and I'm going to try and wear. This. Strangely enough, you can still buy this brand at the UK online pharmacy called Boots. You can buy some of these at Boots, but they're nearly gone. Boots, the spectre of Boots was raised on their deodorants before they went on sabbatical for the winter, I think. And they're selling some fragrances you wouldn't expect Boots to wear, to spray, to own, have. You know? Weird. Daily Duck Halls? No. Shout out Joy Amin. Yes, we'll be talking about Joy. Our country was mentioned about sending off brains from dead people with mental diseases for studies in the US, and now they've opened an investigation. Yes, everywhere in the entire world has opened an investigation, apart from America, because it's all rich people, and as we know, if you've got money in America, you don't get punished for anything. And it serves you people right for being poor, because now you're all going to prison. 38 people watching and 19 likes. We can do better than that. Everyone hit the like button. If you want to, press the like button, yeah. I don't mean to stir up feelings, says Gerland. You rarely do. My local store have Gallup refill at a very attractive price. I might get one soon. It's not a very popular one in our humid weather. It's I don't think it's gone down very well. Like, you know, I think it's one of those perfumes that they wanted to make, you know, a bit like Berenia. They wanted it to be this big thing that it was like, you know, a woman's made this perfume and it's for Hermes, and it's like, you know, it's like sacred, and it's like a ritual, and it's one of our main perfume lines, and people have just gone, yeah, I'm not too sure I like the smell of that, and not bought it. You know, they've just not bought it. Friends. Gallup is a top 3 Hermes for me. Gallup, I had it and I got rid. I must admit, I got rid. I thought, I don't like it. I tell you what it smells like. It just smells like the leather from Cuir d'Ange crossed with the rose from Mur Eglantine, and that's all it smells like. Only Amouage peeps will blind buy 3 at a time for $1.5 grand. I'm not sure it's only them that'll do that, but I mean, they'll certainly buy shitters more readily than fucking most people. Do you know what I'm saying? They absolutely fucking love a shitter. Amouage has been putting out shit perfumes for a long time now. And all power to them. Dallas is back. Boot. Vintage Amouage. We have investigated ourselves and found we have done nothing wrong, says often. Like, yes, that's right. Not just in America. Everywhere, I am afraid. Yes, largely, but I must say, like, there are like real world consequences for the people who are like mentioned in it in Britain. Richard Branson might be getting arrested. Peter Mandelson's going to be arrested. His house got raided by the police, and like it's like his time has come. The Prime Minister's probably going to lose his job because of how close he was to Peter Mandelson, you know. So whereas in America, everybody seems to all the victims of like these things push for like, you know, push for like justice. Like, it doesn't happen because you've got like a long line of people who are willing to throw themselves under the bus to protect the boss. In this country, it seems to be at the minute we like to throw the boss under the bus. You know, thank God. I will never understand normal people standing up for billionaires. I will never understand that. It's crazy. Good evening, Durbadabka. Oh, God, it's Houdini. I tried to get Houdini to come on tonight, but he wouldn't. He said he wouldn't be seen dead with the likes of me. And I thought, well, if I turn my camera off? And he was like, no, not good enough. Often Bro has been shafted to no end. He'll soon have no power to light his vids. I still prefer Hermes over the dribbles of the... Oh, God, the Dior Privé line is absolutely disgusting. I fact, they're so much worse than Primark, because Primark doesn't charge that kind of money. Primark are like, you know, we know who we are, we know what we are. Here are these really cheap fragrances. You know, you get them and buy them and wear them. You know, you might have a nice time and stuff like that. Dior are like, oh, we're fucking amazing. We've descended from the mount. Here's one of our perfumes, which is now 25% smaller, but 25% more expensive. You better buy it. You know what I mean? Otherwise, what the fuck's wrong with you? Are you poor? What are you doing in here? Get out. Fuck off. The Kirkjohn thing, the Kirkjohn era, Dior's been an unmitigated disaster. It's been 4 years of absolute amoebic dysentery. That's what we've been subjected to, friends. It's an absolute fucking disaster out there. Oh, excuse me whilst I hydrate. Oh, it's Ostens. It certainly is. Which one are you? It's the Impression Cedarwood Heart. It's fucking really nice, actually. It's got something very kind of cedar about it, right? Very cedar, with that cedar wood, obviously, and like pencils a little bit, but it's got a violet in it as well, which makes it really nice. I got Hubergon samples on the way. I'm praying that the quality is still there. I mean, if other perfumes are anything to go by, they're probably not. If you don't see me posting anymore, remember me, says Offenlicht. The fragrance in the front, that's Impression Cedarwood Heart by Ostens. It is. Vestenes ran by farts. Sorry? Cedra Sandbach, Violet Valenka, Paddock, now Musk have all been good. That musk, it is good. Something else I want to talk about as well. Somebody left a comment on my page saying that I should be telling my audience that it's a rip-off. I was like, I'll tell you what I said. But I'll do that in a bit. I can't remember where I was there. What was I talking about? Yeah, the musk is it's decent, but it's a fragrance about half it should be about half the price. I'll say something. The musk in that fragrance has lasted on my skin about 4 or 5 days. Since Wednesday, so it's 4 days. Right? The musk in that fragrance has lasted 4 days on me. It's bonkers. I can still smell it. Clean, white musk on my hand, clear as day. I've washed my hands loads of times. I've been in the shower a couple of times. There's that little mini musk per litre. Came in this lovely little box. Its own little box. Delicious and delightful. Yummy, if you will. Yeah. the whatever the musk is that they're using in there is nuclear as far as like length is concerned, but the actual fucking strength projection thing is just woeful. It's just absolutely awful. The Les Odorant Rich Mitch beef is crazy, says Often Licked. Could be coming, you never know. I might say something mental. Tripler, good day. How are you? It's nice to see you back. Houdini says, do you like Gris Dior? I remember when it was Gris Montan. And the rumour was they had to change the name to Gris Dior because somebody forgot to copyright the name Gris Montan, and they ended up getting kicked out of the name. But no, that wasn't why they did it. They did it as a tribute to Christian Dior or some other bullshit fucking story reason that they go on about, you know. What was the last decent Dior Privé? Definitely a Demaché. Yeah, but it was probably Queer Canage. You're talking the best part of 12 years ago at this point. It was probably Queer Canage. That was the last decent Dior Privé. You know, people talk about Rose Kabuki. People talk about all those ones are just shitters. They're shitters. Like, they're bad. All of the fragrances, when they relaunched the brand in 2018, are crap. I don't care if people like them. They're terrible. And they should be taken from the shelves. I remember the days when the Dior sales associates would sit and tell you with a straight face that Dior would only ever have 12 fragrances in their fucking Privé lineup. And if they were going to release a new one, they had to take one away. There's 30 plus. It's fucked. They just lie and lie and lie. It's mental. Do Les Odorants hate you? I get a little bit confused when they're just roasting you. No, they don't hate us. No, they don't hate. They might do, because I'm going to say something mad like, no, Les Odorants don't hate us, but give it time. Houdini says, the pod gang have been bumming Gris Dior recently. I remember its previous name. It was pretty average, right? I thought it was. It definitely wasn't one of the ones that I wanted to buy, and I was offered at a very knockdown price a few times. And I was like, yeah, but I don't like it, so I didn't buy it, you know? Paprika Brazil should have been loved more. I have been looking at some perfumes that I am actually going to sell, and I think Paprika Brazil is going to be one of them. Like, I never wear it, never think about wearing it. I think Camel's going to go as well. Got my vintage Camel. I've got a few that I think I'm going to part with. But everybody's selling up. Joy Amin's selling up. Fucking who else is selling up? Loads of people are. I'm selling my collection. Loads of videos like that going around. I mean, if Joy Amin's packed it in, I mean, I don't know what that means for the rest. You know what I mean? We're just a husk without Joy Amin, surely. Like, the bros are all hammer-washing it, eh? The bros can all fuck off, to be honest. Paprika Brazil should have been loved a lot more. Fuck poor people. LVMH probably, certainly. Karl Lagerfeld home on this fucking freezing afternoon. Well, Frank, how you doing? With brands like Guerlain and Dior charging such prices for 99.9% synthetic dribble, I can't be mad at clone houses for copying them. I came to a kind of equilibrium with clones and clone houses in that I found it impossible. There came a point where I found it impossible to stand up for designer houses especially, but niche brands as well, because of the pricing stuff. You just can't defend that shit, you know? So this is how we've come... this is how we've come into this kind of death spiral. Everything's getting worse, chasing each other to the bottom, you know what I mean? Brands look at designers putting prices up, but clone houses look at designers putting prices up, and they think to themselves, well, they're putting their fucking prices up. We could do something similar for a lot less money, and people will do the whole fucking value equation, and they'll decide that things are in. The brands think, well, we're losing out. We might as well not make good fragrances anymore. Other people are just stealing our fucking dinner. You know what I mean? And then the clone brands think, well, they're making shit perfumes. We'll just make shit perfumes as well. We'll just copy their shit perfumes, and now it just swirls down like the toilet that it is, you know? With brands like Girl on a Dior chart, oh, sorry, I've seen that. Do Les odorants hate Rich? I'd say it's love-hate. Quite. I'm the fifth odorant. We hate that, we love him. Yes, I am the fifth odorant. I am Ex Machina. I am literally Ex Machina odorant. I am the needle. I am the fucking the ghost. The fucking the poltergeist, the presence that haunts their waking podcast. You know? Dahlia loves the Ostens patchoulis. Yeah, I quite enjoyed them as well, but I never bought them. I went with this. I would have thought I would have gone with the patchoulis, but in the end, I thought the cedar wood was a more complete perfume. Even the Latte d'Amaché were pretty unimpressive. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Latte d'Amaché ones were absolutely appalling, mate. The exception of Absolute Polar Soir was never a fan of fragrance, Kirkjohn. There's been a couple of times. I mean, Narciso Rodriguez for him is genuinely brilliant. Like, I get it. I'm not a fan of Kirkjohn's work or whoever that woman he's actually got doing the work for him is. Bless her. She's going to be like Cinderella one day. She's going to break free of the shackles of Kirkjohn, and then she's going to like bring out a perfume, and everyone's going to be like, "Oh, that's actually not bad." Instead of it being the drizzling shits, you know what I mean? And everyone's going to be like, that nasty Kirkjohn, he held you back. But the stuff that he's released for Dior is shameful. Absolutely shameful. Not a chance. I love that frag, says Mr. Kai. Excellent choice, says Omar. Thank you, Omar. 5 days without showering. You what? Oh, you're a smelly pig. Excellent, Minnie. Hello, Mitch. How's the comparison going? 12. What? Who? What? Basically, all musks have incredible longevity. I think it has ambretolide for sure. Genuinely, just put it on your hand and just go about your life and just keep smelling the back of your hand until, like, it's like 4 or 5 days later and you're like, ooh, I can still smell that. Like, the iris is gone. Whatever there was allegedly as iris, and they're gone. The aldehydes have gone. Basically, all musks have incredible longevity. Yes, I found patchouli one to be the best of the Ostens, says Jordan. It's not going to lie, it is very close. Hello, Thomas is trying Lathered in Midnight in Paris, EDT right now. Greggy Boy sent us a picture and he was like, look what I got the other day. And it was a bottle of Midnight in Paris. And I was like, do you remember when that was like 25, 30 quid? And we had about a half hour where we just started sending each other pictures of obscure fragrances. It was fucking great. It was one of the highlights of the week. It was really good. That, and he started off with the Midnight in Paris. I sold mine. I always got there was something about that fragrance that gave me polish. It would polish. LVMH UAE is selling 10 grams cultivated Egowood chips for over 1,300 USD. You can buy far better Egowood chips for that amount. Yep. And I mean, I wouldn't, but you can. Yes. It's because they've got LVMH on them. It's because they'll do anything to get money out of you. They do not give a shit. You are a cow and they are the farmer, right? You don't get paid anything. You are paid to create wealth. I sound like fucking Karl Marx, yeah? You're paid. You go to work hard, do things that are useful. You get paid a little bit of money, and then companies like LVMH come along and say, give it to us, and you can pretend to be something you're not. You know, Absolute scum. Anyway. I had unscrubbable saddle. Oh, that queer saddle's so bad. It's so fucking bad. It's genuinely one of the worst perfumes I've ever smelled. It's atrocious. There's a difference with hundreds. Add sadness. Good evening, Nick Walker. Spice Blend was the last good one. I didn't hate Spice Blend, Jared. Jared, you've got your live stream. How do you feel, mate? I didn't hate Spice Blend, but something happens to it, and I don't know if it's an amber wood per se, but I get a little bit of sauvage from it. It's probably the pink pepper, and I get something in the dry down which is approaching amber wood, and I'm just like, oh, fuck you. Do you know what I mean? So I probably would have got a Spice Blend as just like a throw on, you know, but I thought about doing that with that Musk Polita. I'm not going to buy a fucking Musk Polita if I'm being honest with you. I'm going to come on to, I've got two more things I want to talk about. No, I want to go get through the comments, and then I've got two things I want to talk about. Joy Amin and somebody who left a comment on my channel earlier this week. Only for purchase in the UK, says Jordan. LOL, you can't have it. Who is it? What was it? I found Patchouli 1 to be the best of the Austins. I mean, LVUAE. All right. Well, the same applies. I don't mind Dior Riviera. It's just a simple green fig freshy thing. It should be priced like an Aqua Allegoria. Exactly. The prices are scandalous. The prices just keep going up and up and up, and I hope it capsizes brands. I hope these huge hegemonic brands are capsized by their... I hope they're capsized by the shitness of their product and the price for which they want to make. They want to charge, you know, because it's all bollocks. Is there any way you can sell fragrances now that eBay has cracked down on used bottles? Me personally, I can sell on the Discord. I can ask other people to put them on fragrance groups for us. I can come on YouTube. I mean, I remember when all of mine first got taken down, I went on YouTube and made about $2,000 in about half an hour, like, selling the perfumes off. You know what I mean? I say I made $2,000. I didn't make $2,000. I got like me money back, rather than I don't get my perfumes for free, so it's not like I'm profiting on them. You know, it's another bunch of people who can fuck off, sucking the blood out of the fragrance community. Have you met a 100% honest sales associate? Not 100%. Well, I mean, nobody's 100% honest, is it? But I've met sales associates who have just said, Rich, you're going to fucking hate this, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, Richard, you're going to fucking hate this, son. You know? You're going to be appalled by this. Or they'll sell you, but they're like, yeah, you won't know what to do with that crap. Because I think what they'll do is a lot of people will respond to someone being genuine about something, and their response to it is very telling. There are some people who will respond with genuine, like, enthusiasm as well. There are some people who will respond and they'll say, well, there's an opportunity to do you over there, because people who are genuinely enthusiastic about things are usually marks for the product or something like that. And there are some people who look at people who are genuinely enthusiastic and say, I'm going to take every penny I can out of you, regardless if this is shit or not. Especially if this is shit. Because I don't care about you, I care about me. And that's what's wrong with the world today. Spice Blend is really nice. Times are tough, says Germs. Yes, not the first time with Joy. When we're talking about Joy, we'll talk about Joy. Give us a second. Hello, Pat Lester. Only Joy news. I will check in with him. What does Joy means packing up? According to Joy Amin, a bit, yeah. I've heard Maharis smells a bit like Musk Ravageur, but less musk. Someone else said that it smelled like Musk Ravageur. It was like a clone of Musk Ravageur. I was like, no, it's not. I was like, it's a clone of Eau de Beau, if anything. But I don't think it's a clone. I don't think it's a clone very much. To me, Musk Ravageur is a filthy perfume, not the cope fucking vanilla thing it is now, like the amber vanilla thing it is now. Musk Ravageur used to be filthy. It smelled like you pissed yourself earlier in the week and just never washed it off. That's what it smelled like, and tried to cover it up with some like vanilla pods. You know what I mean? It used to make me feel sick because it was almost custardy. You know what I mean? People trying to say that it's got this kind of like Musk Ravageur's now like this kind of like spicy vanillic thing with a little bit of growl underneath. I've never smelled the vintage. The just haven't, and I can't relate. I can't help. He's selling his collection, so he says. He has been down this road before. I think he's quite emotional and quite sad. Actually, I hope he finds himself some medication to even himself out, maybe. I don't know if he does that sort of thing. I don't want to speculate. What I will say is that the reason I'm doing this stream is because I believe I'm on to a winner with my latest one. Not to worry. Only a matter of time before we're charged for perfume by subscription. Everything's going to be subscription. Pay as you go. You're not allowed to have anything, but you can lend it for a little while and we'll take the money off you while you do it. Hello, other Mitch. Love your videos. Yes, two Mitches. Two Mitches, both alike in dignity. Fragrance Time. Somebody put Fragrance Time's channel in the chat so you can go and talk to him about perfume. Queer Saddle is probably the product of focus groups. I don't know how long you've been watching the channel for, but I have said many times that Perfume X smells like focus groups. It's a disaster. Queer Saddle is probably the product of focus groups. To be fair, there used to be a lot of time cones. Smelled disgusting. That Lattafa I tried was fine. Tripler says I just bought my first bottle in a couple of years. How do I say this? Prin Sarincon. Massive and for homeware only. Yes, I saw a post by Prin someone sent me, and it said basically the United States was being an absolute bastard, and it wasn't the regulations, it was the fucking people. People were buying perfumes off him, right? And it was stated clearly, and it was a thingy of their government that they were going to have to pay the tariffs when they entered the fucking country, And what happened? The fragrances were sent, they got charged the tariff, and then the people on the other end were like, fucking hell, I'm not paying that, mate. And he was like, you dickheads, you fucking knew all about this shit. Go and fuck yourself. I'm not sending perfume there anymore, essentially. So, I mean, nobody wants to pay extra, but it's not Prin's fault. It's not whoever's fault that's sending it in. Like, this is the situation that we all find ourselves in, Richie, that horse out back will kick you in the face if you return to Queer's Saddle. Probably will. He wasn't there for the longest time, and he's reappeared again. So, AI made perfume paper spray, says Paroli. Well, drop out. Like the stream, he says. Yes, please. Nick Walker says, scent of the day, 1957. Channel. Is this the tripler? It is the tripler. Hi, Rich, says that charming man. Scent of the day is Filtre. So-called tripler, so very. Prices are mental. I won't be buying a bottle of the new Mull. 10 mil it is, says Pradeep. Things are bad when Pradeep won't even swallow a new fucking Frederick Mull. I'm still searching for another bottle of Paddock, says Thomas. Pradeep, smart man. Duck will catch up to the chat in the next stream. Thomas, it's coming up to that time again in the year when the Salt de Hermes is coming on. So they should have another bottle at some point, Duck will catch up in the chat in the next stream. Paddock's such a satisfying fragrance, says Tripler. I'm sticking with Geranium Pour Monsieur for life, says Nick. Pretty good fragrance, to be fair. Paying 300 plus for Midnight in Paris is wild. Yeah, don't do that. I think Greggy Boy paid 130. Don't sell it all yet. Wait till they cut off your heat. I'm pretty all right for heat, actually. The house has never been so warm. so uniformly warm since we got this new heating system in. I'm not actually in NorCal, Bobby, says Tripler. I'm actually in NorCal. Okay, stop it. I don't mind queer saddle, says Mitra. Thomas says LVMH is cancer to artistic expression. Corporate colonialism is real. They exploit the hard-earned trust and loyalty of artisan houses for pure capital gain. Disgusting practices, certainly. Long time, Bob, says Tripler. Hope the tropics are treating you well. Wet, soggy cornflakes. Yeah, that's what it smells like. Generally speaking, perfume lines from fashion designer houses are their cash cows. Not many can afford their clothes, but many can buy perfume. Sounds pessimistic, but that's the reality. Yeah, totally. Do you know how much a fucking Hermes pocket square is? It's like £100 for a little square of material. Go fuck yourself. No chance. Queer saddle smells more like the idea of a fake Dior. Yes. Mr. Kjelkvist, thank you very much. Celebrating your life by wearing Ormond Jane's Fearless and enjoying it immensely. Supposedly the same as Gold Elixir. Don't know what that last bit means, but I appreciate your 65 sex. Thank you very much. Wearing Coromandel today, getting a lot of grainness from it. Greenness from it, not greatness. Certainly not greatness, not from there. Trip has winter been pretty dry down for you there? Queer Saddle will be discontinued by the time Rich catches up with the comments. Shut up, dude. Dahlia says the most honest sales associate can be is tell you they are lying. Ooh, tricky. Just picked up my bottle of Musk Polita yesterday. So good, says Christian. I'm glad you enjoy it. I've met a couple of honest sales associates. My Chanel one as a gem. He straight up told me that he thought it was mental that a lot of the Les exclusives are the price they are. Yeah, it's because they put their prices up 10% every year, and then they're front of house. You know what I mean? They are front of house, so they've got to like cope with the humans of late capitalism that want to buy one. Love health, Indian or Chinese food. Depends what day it is. I have a piss musk ravageur, says Paroli. Very, very good. Yeah, same here. Hopefully summer is slightly livable. Victoria's Secret is eating Dior's lunch. I wouldn't mind getting eaten by Victoria's Secret. Rich, how much were those bottles of Gallup for? Not the refill, but the normal... it depends. I mean, if you want to buy one, let us know. Actually, I'm selling them as a pair. Fuck it. £300 for the pair. It's £480 at retail. See if you can find it cheaper than £300. There aren't any on eBay. There just aren't any on eBay. You know? There just aren't any. Actually, you're in my Discord. I'd sell you a little bit cheaper, mate. Vintage Musk Rav or Vintage Absolute for the evening. Bullshit. Sub to fragrance time. Thank you, James. All comments under this talk about the subjects you had lined up. Don't worry, there's another hour left. By the way I'm talking, it sounds like I might be able to go a bit longer. Or I might just crash at any point and turn the stream off and cry. Vintage Musk Ravageur is more filthy. I'm wearing Vintage Absolute for the evening right now. I've got Vintage Absolute Polar Soir right here. Yeah, I've got it right here. I could sell this for a lot of money, but I'm not going to. I quite like it. It's about as dirty. It's a little bit metallic dirty. You know, like Incastorium can be a little bit metallic. The Kirkjohn bottles really show up the aspect ratio being fucked, don't they? Because you know exactly what the aspect is supposed to be. And you look at it there and you're like, ooh, that's broke. Maurice has never made anything as good as Musk Ravageur since. I mean, that's not a bad shout, that's actually. He definitely had a thing before that, but certainly some shit is in the mist since. What's the fee for advertisement in this chat, says Mr. K. No fee for advertisement. If you are friends, then we do it for nothing, or we wouldn't do it at all. Had a mate who wanted to lend some money off us, and he said, oh, I'll give you like fucking 25% interest on it, like, and I was like, fucking hell. I was like, 25% interest. One, I'm not lending you money at interest because I don't believe in that. And the reason for that is that if I wanted to charge you interest on the money, one, you wouldn't be me mate, and as such, I wouldn't lend you the fucking money in the fucking first place. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I was like, I'll just lend you the money as long as you don't take the piss with how long it comes back. And if you do take the piss with how long it takes to come back, I'll sooner slap you in the face than I would fucking charge you interest. So, yes. Just don't lend people money. Sometimes the best thing you can do is not lend people money, because then they've got to fucking pay for the consequences of their actions. Like, he was paying for the fact that he fucking let his fucking wife stay living at the house while they were breaking up. Like, that's another matter that I'm not getting into. R.E. Joy, I think that's my issue with the decant your collection model of collecting. Read Joy, I think that's my issue with the decant your collection model of collecting. It relies on the decants to further fund frags. You should get what you can afford, and decants are a bonus. Yes, I do agree with that. I do agree, but you've got to do... Yes, I think Joy stretched himself, and he got into the Middle East clones, and he got into the Middle Eastern fragrances in general, into like the late stage of his thing, and I just don't think it's brought him the joy. I don't think it's brought the joy. I mean, you've got to remember, he's been making videos for a long time, and he's made a lot of videos, and he's not happy. And I don't want to get too far into it, because I don't know everything about him, and I don't know everything, but I get the feeling that maybe fragrances is something that's impeding his happiness now, rather than actually adding to it, you know? And I think he did this thing that a lot of people try to do, and I actually disagree with this as well. People say if you turn your hobby into a job, you'll never work another day again. And there's a huge, huge problem with logic in that if you turn your hobby into a job, you will never have another hobby again. That's the problem with that. Right? You'll never have any way of getting out of work if you keep doing that. Right? And yes, all that'll happen is you'll enjoy your job a little bit more until you get sick of your fucking job, right? And then you'll have to leave. And then you've got no hobby left. Yes, you might want to change your hobby later, and you can just, you know, if like you can keep your job, and it depends what you want. We live in a time where work-life balance is like brands. I mean, fucking companies are basically just trying to exploit humans to the point where they can get everything, like everything about the human is geared towards the job. I know somebody who did a 6-month probationary period as a manager at Starbucks recently. Last week, the area manager walked in, sat down with them for 5 months. He bought a house last month, by the way, as well. Walked into the Starbucks, sat him down and said, right, you're sacked, fuck off. He said, why? He said, we don't have to tell you, get out. Just like that. Absolutely fucked. Absolutely fucked. Easy to say, oh, I'm going to get my money back. Let me buy another 20 bottles. It is easy to say that, because I've done that shit. Is Loewe readily available in department stores in your country? Yes, it is. It is. Thank you very much for asking, Beauty of Sand. Tripler says the tariffs have fucked the common people. We are paying them, not the current year of origin. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's just another tax. You know, Republicans voting for a $240 billion tax rise. No problem. Eugene didn't seem too impressed with Ocean Rain, lol. I guess the name threw him off. He was expecting something fresh and got a very floral, honey masculine scent. I don't get floral, honey masculine from it. I get a salty, balsamic, resinous, slightly ambery thing. I don't get honey from it. That's a strange one. T for 2, hello. Paroli says if I was on a strict amouage diet, I would get one of those Ocean Rain. You should get one anyway. It's better than anything fucking amouage has made. What was an expert at rationalising blind buys? He hasn't been rationalising enough of them off me recently. Fortin Manley are bringing back Carlton, the next Street Form 10-year anniversary or something. Don't know what that means. Your amouage diet makes me lose weight, Paroli. I'm going to disappear. So yes, there is not enough. She shall surely perish. I'm legally blind, says Mo. You will blind buy and enjoy Outlines by Cecile. No, you won't. You'll blind buy, but you won't enjoy it. Speaking of losing weight, I lost 9 pounds in 2 weeks. Congratulations. Just a thought, the sixth sheep's sick. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope he pulls through. I've got to punch out, fam. See you later, fragrance time. Congrats, Dallas. What's the baby's name? That's the deal. You have a Discord? I do, says Dan. I do, Dan. I say to Dan. Hello, Dan. Dallas, great job, bro. Unfortunately, I've already sampled Outlands, so I can't blind buy it. Hell yeah, says Often. Do you have a channel? I do have a channel. Yes, he has a Discord. We post bald head pics in there. Yes, we do. Winning. Who's selling vintage Musk Ravageur? Nobody, I imagine. Okay, I will message you on the Discord regarding Gallic, one of the best releases this century. You have to buy the perfume and the refill. You can sell either on whatever you want to do later on at any point. It's your perfume. You can do what the fuck you want with it. But I'm selling them as a pair because fucking arsed am I with fucking being left with... I bought them because I thought some people would want them at fucking... I thought they would go like fucking that. But nobody's clicked on yet that Gallop is fucking... I think it might be being discontinued if you want the truth, but I don't know. I don't want to be accused of starting that to get rid of it. So, fuck knows. The baby name is Queer Saddle. Ugh, disgusting. Most babies are ugly, to be fair, so maybe that suits it. I'm so happy for you. Join the Discord. I'm aiming for 2,000 calories while working out. 4 to 5 days away. At this point, I need to lose a lot more than that. Like, I'm fucking... go into my medication woes, but I'm not going to. At least this one that I'm asked about is actually working. I can deal with the rest of them if this one's working. I live for the pure anxiety buying fragrances gives me. Pure anxiety and... You watching Prodigy? I like his morning thoughts. His morning thoughts. I think you could add a U to the morning in morning thoughts, and I think that's kind of more where he'd be. There's also the misery of managing a massive collection where you feel it looming over you. That's what happened to me, you know. That's what happened to me. I know what keeps you alive is your... Where is it? Text to me every day at 6 o'clock. Thomas is trying, says, I have almost depleted my bottle of Guerlain's Mura Delires. I fear I'll struggle immensely to find another one. Eugene's got one, but... I'm debating on buying that Meleg perfume. Should I just fast? Probably. I've got a couple of Melegs, vintage Melegs. I forget what I think one's Golden Guy. I can't remember what the other one is. But I should really sell them as well. Like Mo says, I got Ocean Rain from Enfronté. Quite nice. Reminds me of something I have, but I can't put my finger on it. Is it Diarella? Doesn't last forever. It's okay, I got a decant from Misha. What's the latest from the Greater News, says Triplet. Dunno, I'm sporting for a long time. Unfortunately. The great thing about Meleg perfume is that my fiancé likes florals, so I can't lose. Quick, everyone, post more comments so he never catches up with the chat. Absolute Paula Rich, take a whiff of that urine-saturated steam rising from the New York subway station as one commutes home. I don't want to. That sounds awful. Exactly what I'm doing. Roger, Bobby. It comes down to the economy that South Asia region, including Bangladesh, are suffering. Yes, that's true. And if you believe the venture people who spend a lot of time looking into shit like this, that belt of Asia where Bangladesh, Pakistan, Northern India, Burma, all of that stuff is going to become uninhabitable and certainly uninvestable in the next 20 to 30 years. If climate change keeps going the way it is. And before everyone goes, climate change, blah, blah, blah. No, the climate's changing. The climate is changing, and that part of the world is going to become pretty harsh. And if you don't believe us, go and live there, you fucker. You know what I mean? You suffer. Move the innocent people from there out and go and live there. Oh, God. Stiff. Every day I'm stiffening. Oh. More to come. few bottles of water left. Oh God. Oh. Okay. What we got? Every damn shuffling. My playlist. Laura G messages the other day. She was like, "Do you still listen to the Spotify?" I was like, "Every day." And she was like, "Oh, I'm cancelling my subscription." And well, no, I'm not cancelling it. I'm changing it, and I'm taking you off. And I was like, "Ah, all right. I can't hate, and I would." But to be fair, I've been bumming off her and her subscription, her family plan for quite long enough now. So she's going on a single person one with a student thing. Even though she's no student. Oh God, Lilith is here. I was shocked at the price in India last year. How's your experience with Rogue so far? Me personally, I think it's shit. Wearing Bonded by Rogue, it's quite good for a 2025 release. He's almost here. How's your experience with Rogue, shite? So we can text. I was shocked at the prices in India last year. It's okay, he's describing the Bay of Bengal. It's a tangent that might go on for some time. We stopped him. Great job, Brody. Reading that fast has to count as cardio. Why is that absolute Polissoir out and not in my possession? Because you're a bum that lives in America. Cope. I want to hear Richard's thoughts. Not a bunch of stuff you people could say in DMs. Shut up. Quite. Always like Tabac Vert from Rouge, says Trevor. Need to whip that out. Please do not whip that out. Well, I've been a while since dehydration. I'm doing pretty well. What are you wrestling with? It's an empty bottle, an empty 5-litre bottle of water. I've just crushed it. That's a Boomer song. No, I won't allow that. I was in Delhi a couple of years ago. I hit 50 degrees. It was fucking intolerable, and people were expecting to work as if everything was normal. Yeah. Never cancel Spotify. Why, it's not allowed. Why not? I missed out on getting a vintage M7 tester for £77 this week. I victimise you. Are you sure? I may victimise you. Ooh. I won't victimise you, don't worry, I'm just joking. Where are we? No cancel the subscription. Fuck ice, says Lily. Oh, okay. Hermes running out of ideas, eh? Feels like it, to be honest. I think most of them are. I get emails every day telling me my subscription has expired. Cool. Delicious June. Why has everybody got that little fucking symbol next to the name? The fuck is this fuckery? Chicanery, if you will. What the fuck? Lily's got it now. Are these people from Asia or some shit like that? What is it? Is it like some sort of fucking joke that I'm not in on? What is that shit? Emails for what? They've been aggressive with the emails. Yes, emails saying my payment didn't go through. My Spotify has been cancelled. Cool. I think it's a scam. Which just sent you something interesting. Okay. All my favourite Fragcom channels stop making reviews. Harsh. The 2010s crowd is long gone now. George is also leaving this year. Yeah, he hasn't been making a lot of content recently. Will he leave? I mean, he said this before. He's doing the old Ric Flair tour, isn't he? You know what I mean? He's been saying he's off for a while. Like, I still think about the Parfum d'Empire samples. I wish Spotify bought Shazam rather than Apple. Well, I mean, fucking, I don't know. He victimises me. I'm dying for your sins. I do too. What symbols? I can't see it. Can you not see this fucking weird symbol that's appearing next to your names? Let me see. I'll show you. Look. All right. So YouTube detected this screenshot. You want to detect yourself some fucking friends, YouTube. Fuck off. Look next to Lily's name there. There's this fucking weird symbol. Say hi. It says, look, what's that fucking symbol for? What does it mean? What's it say? Why is it doing that? Some law has been exposed. Email saying my payment didn't go through. Sent you something interesting. First time for everything. It victimizes me. What it means, the moderators. Is it a shield? It means they're moderators. Is it a shield? Send me what it looks like. Queer Ottoman. Lily getting paranoid now. She's been identified. Someone's coming to get her. I'm from Bangladesh as well. Also an economist by profession. weather is getting worse every year, but it is not that bad economically. That's because the labour market works for next to fucking nothing. Certainly compared to the West. I mean, it's improving locally, so people are getting richer, but then at some point it's going to become such a problem that it's just going to be, you're just not going to be able to invest in that part of the world. Perfume is a luxury, more so down here. When the economy is down, people tend to have less disposable income and they spend less on optional luxury items, clothing, perfumes. Yes, I have Queer Ottoman, Dallas, if you want a sample. Like the bottle, I had a sample. I need a bottle. Queer Ottoman is really good. Asiade is my favourite parfum d'Empire at the moment, says Chris. Oh, Fragby had... you've got to watch out for those parfum d'Empires, you know. It really means Chinese spy. That's a translation symbol, no? Is it? It means Lily is a botch, certainly is. It's racist against me, says Lily. Quite. It's about time you paid for your evil. The older you get, the more shazamming. Oh, so I hear, says Troubler. My favourite way to get with this hobby is slowly sampling stuff over the years and enjoy stuff for a limited amount of time, then moving on to other discoveries. I heard that after I bought the sample set, they dropped 2 new fragrances. Dude, that was almost the most foul stench on this planet. Tobacco Taboo is hitting the tobacco spot these days. Okay, so I had a couple of topics, both of which I've forgotten apart from the one about Joy Amin. What was the other one? The comment. This one can be dealt with rather quickly. Let's have a look, shall we? Somebody left a comment on my... Ooh... On my channel, right, the comment said... No, I don't want to watch adverts on my own fucking channel, thank you. And I've responded to all of these. Where is it? Where is it? Right, here we go. So, someone called New Wave, who isn't like a new person to the channel, was pretty outraged about the Musk Polida. I understand that. I get outraged about fragrances all the time. And their comment said, the hype around this is getting embarrassing. This isn't some masterpiece. It's a polished satin skin nothing burger dressed up in luxury branding and sold at a predatory price. No problem with that. But I've no problem with them saying that. If a scent is this neutral and safe, it shouldn't be marketed like it's art. It's basically expensive clean musk and soft woods and skin. This kind of profile 100 brands already do. And people are paying Hermes tax because the bottle says Hermes. You haven't told us anything I don't already know so far. What bothers me is how many reviewers are treating inoffensive like it's genius. That's not taste. That's marketing done the thinking. That's marketing doing the thinking for... I want you to remember this bit. That's not taste. That's marketing doing the thinking for them. Okay? The only thing bold here is the margin. Agree with that. Concluding paragraph. If you actually care about your audience, call it what it is. A luxury cash grab built for people who confuse price with quality. Right, can I stop you there? My response was I have opened up the ability to reply via voice message now, and this was my response to this human. What does that last paragraph there mean? What does that last paragraph there mean? What does it mean? Tell me. Yeah, Polida. Whoa! Just broke into the fucking video there. Basically, I said, what does that last paragraph there mean? Tell me. Tell me what that last paragraph means. All right? And they never got back to us. But basically what they've said to us is that that's not taste, talking about the perfume, the marketing. That's marketing doing the thinking for them. And then they've said, if you actually care about your audience, call it what it is. A luxury cash grab built for people who confuse price with quality. And I've said, that's not quite the flex you think it is, because what you've said is, you've said that that's marketing doing the thinking for somebody, and then you've told me to do some thinking for somebody and tell them what to fucking think. And basically accused me of not looking after my audience or fucking... of not looking after my audience or like, you know, like exposing them to this terrible perfume which may steal wealth from them, and I'm part of the I'm part of the problem, not the solution, and I'm some kind of fucking, I'm some kind of evil fuck. No, what the fuck are you fucking talking about? Get to fuck. You've contradicted yourself in your own comment, and you've told me to tell people what to fucking think. Right? Fuck that. Heard nothing since. I don't respond to people's comments until the next day, usually. Responded to that one immediately. Because I was like, hang on a minute, the fuck are you talking about here? Are you seriously accusing me of, like, trying to sell a perfume here? Or, like I am responsible for the sins of Hermes? Or that, like, this is a shit perfume and you don't like the fact that it's fucking, like, it's not, like, as out there as you want it to be and that it's overpriced. They're all overpriced. I said all the perfumes are overpriced. Pretty sure in that video I said this perfume is very expensive for what it is, or words to that effect. Never got back to us. Given them a couple of days. Not got back to us. Unimpressed by said comment. I do not have to tell people what to think. In fact, I rarely tell people what to think. I tell people when I think they're saying or doing something wrong. Telling people what they should and shouldn't do is not the name of the game. If you really cared about your audience, what the fuck? Not my fault you're having a terrible day. You walked in on the missus with 5 black men. I can't fucking help with that. Fuck off. I did get this. A Hermes soap. A Berenia soap. I thought the box smelled alright. The perfume smells terrible. I fucking hate Berenia. Houdini, I sent Houdini, like the mini that the sent us of Berenia, because I was like, I collect minis, but I'm not collecting that one because it's the drizzling shit. But I'll keep the soap. And we'll just see. Where am I? Yeah, I bought the sandwich stuff after they dropped 2 new fragrances. Dude, this is the most foul stench on this planet. Fragby doesn't sell fakes, says Mitri K. I didn't find tobacco to boot. I have tobacco. Yeah, I felt that way too. That's what I need. Prodeep. Dolly was upset. Brother, is it true the formula changes yet? Yes, someone who shall not be named said that, says James. What about tobacco to boot? I had 3 bottles of LV and all 3 had residue around the sprayer. I think I prefer 2ml samples rather than a full bottle then. I mean, you can, yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world. You got some residue around the sprayer. The comment read, hey, hot stuff, thanks for the vid. It didn't. I miss brag by from my alt account, his sensible thought. If that's your alt account, mate, I'm coming down there. I'm going to kick your fucking arse. Comment reads, I want to lick your head. Kind of a bit. I see it. Please like the stream, friends, and if you want, you can send a super chat as well, and I will be appreciative. It was for a while, so Millicene. Now it's stable, allegedly. Frag flex sounds like a bad deal for Americans. Now you have to pay taxes when shipping with frag buy. Well, there you go. Ask and you shall receive. They asked for the big orange man, they received him, and you should pay for the consequences of your actions, as we all should. Like, everything's going to get worse when Britain votes for Nigel Farage, and then all the British people are going to be like, I can't believe this has happened. You know what I mean? So, that's life. He's got you there, Duck, says Brady. Well, I don't want to be got. It was more so we bought a card, so it was a bigger deal. Now we're back to USD, and it sucks, says Dallas. Watching and finishing my snack from last night. Ugh. Lily was having caviar on boiled egg. It was gross. Can't imagine the farts. She'll have a quilt like the fucking magic carpet. Gross. How much do you care about me out of 10? Buy that fucking Gallop with the refill, and it'll go up. Proud of you enjoy your motel course. Pretty good, says Tripling. Oh my god, if you write a comment like that, includes a few paragraphs, you need to get alive. Lol, says Dropout. As I'm all de cologne, they're talking about Parfum d'Empire. Ashfaq says, I rarely buy newly released perfumes these days. Very new things speak to me. Most are derivative. Last way too long and assault my nose with their extremely diffusive woody ambers. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm right there with you, to be honest. Leave me a voice comment on my next comment, says Lily. She's probably never going to comment again after what I've just said. Is that voice from Red Dead Redemption? Don't think so. Simony, good morning, Delis. Go get it, mate. Bosh, voice comment. Probably not going to do that, to be honest. Too positive. James, I have a lot more lineup. Methinks Marc Antoine had to stop because Remy copyrighted the use of. You did get a free sample. I didn't get a free sample. That's not a free sample. It's not a Persola's free sample. It's crazy work. This is bad. Triple, I 100% agree with that. A lot of people praise the whole lineup. Always reminds me of the Peppa the Pig episode where everyone's fighting over who gets to tell people what to do, says Mitra. Base take, horrible ending. Getting that mad at perfume takes someone in the comment section is retarded. Medi King, welcome. Thank you. Unfortunately, no more to stop Remy from using overdose. Sick of overdose perfumes. I've come to the conclusion overdose perfumes are now like the reason that we've got shit perfumery in general, you know? Because overdose has become this kind of thing, you know, like where a brand will say, oh, we use rose in overdose, or we've used oud in overdose. It's like, yeah, and that's all it fucking smells of now. You're selling us smells at perfume prices, you know? Like, Les Indomitable does that. But at least they kind of produce better materials, I want to say. They're not like selling you the like huge batches of like Simrise's latest amber wood. Oh, I really like amber neon. Someone was saying this was a shit incense the other day. I was like, yeah, terrific, bye. Ignore them, rethink your strategy, Rich Wish. Well, quite. Oh, he was a cook the other, yes. He typed that from the hotel chair. Yeah, he did. Terroirist. He has more than 3 R's in his name. Is he going to decant her caviar farts? She'll make a fortune. She's going to call it Windflowers. Gross. Welcome, Abdulaziz. How are you? Have you tried Prelude by Balenciaga? Not yet, but I'm going to. Oh my god, Triple, I didn't see your comments for the trees. I'd forgotten I owned that. I think the last time I sprayed it was you making a decant. Mitra Wind and Low Tide. I found the sample the other day. Zagorski's not better. Oh, there it is. Zagorski's not better. I'm glad you agree, James. I put on Comet body oil today. Heavenly. Not a great perfume, that. Lily on Chanel's on a fucking Chanel's last couple of those exclusives have been shitters, to be honest. Like, they're in a bad way themselves these days. You know, even Chanel's had a shit with their clothes on. The need to refresh. They need to start doing something that isn't total crap. They need to bring out a new line and stop making. They need to stop making like flankers of the Allure line or the Bleu de Chanel line or the fucking Chanel Coco Mademoiselle crap, all of that, and they just need to do something completely different, right? But I think that there's just a lack of. I think there's just a lack of. There's just a lack of vision. There's too much perfume. There's gonna be a burst, you know, and it's whether it bursts at the bottom or bursts at the top first, you know. So yeah, that was that comment. I've seen that. I put on comment body oil today, heavenly. Oh my god, James, I can fuel my new lifestyle by selling it. Rich, that Orientalist X-ray sent on Discord has your name on it. I've got 5 on it. Well, I mean, if you want to pay for it, mate, that's not a problem. Leon was a shitter. Yeah, right. Total shitter. I'm asking with that indie fume, Lily can send me a decant so I can review it. Who put Comet body oil on? So good, Lily. I pour more oily than Coromandel and Sycamore, but I love it. James, I now remember your adoration for the Leo. Fucking awful perfume. Tripler, thank you very much. Tripler has sent a fist. Hopefully not to get beaten up. Only Cartier is consistent in the designer space in the last 2 to 3 years. I haven't really done much, though. Unless consistently shit is what you want. Then go for Dior. They have been consistently shit. Cue the ball. Get the ball. I'm late. Did you already talk about the new Frederic Malle Contre Jeu? It's not in stock yet. It's not in stock here. I'm sorry. I can't. It's just not in stock here. But I'll tell you what the man at the shop did do for us, which I will never forgive him for. I may never be able to see him again without laughing at him. He was like, oh, we don't have the thingy here, but if you layer Portrait of a Lady with Promise, you'll get about most of what the fragrance is. And I was screaming inside my head, don't you fucking do it, you absolute bastard. I nearly put my hand on his shoulder when he turned away. And then he did. He did it. He did it right in fucking front of us on the mall counter. He walked over to Promise, sprayed it on a fucking card, then he turned, walked over to Portrait of a Bastard Lady, right, and sprayed that over the top of it, handed it to us, at which point I didn't take it off him, right, for what seemed like a year, until I fucking basically had to use my right hand to pick my left hand up, agog as I was, and fucking, like, received it into my possession, smelled it, and managed to make myself make the noise. Like, I was like, what the fuck is going on? This was meant to be like the last of like real perfume. And now you're telling me the people from Frederic Malle are layering fragrances in the fucking department store in public without some kind of fucking like self-realization of just how that fucker's definitely in the Epstein files somewhere. You know, somebody should search the Epstein files for the word layering, and I bet it's fucking crammed full of fucking people from the fragrance community. Every single one of them a pervert. Disgusting fucking scenes. You fucking hate it. You hate to see it. I hate to see it. Fuck. I was fucking appalled, like. And then I smelled it and I was like, well, that's like suitably awful. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is it. That is as awful as you would think that was, by the way. Right? And I'm fucking smelling the cunt. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, right. And I'm looking at this fucking... He was ginger, by the way, so I mean, fuck. You know what I mean? But, like, I couldn't hit him because he was ginger. Like, he's only got one chance at life. He hasn't got a soul, do you know what I'm saying? So I was like, right, like, when are you getting the bottle of the tester in properly? Like, he was like, well, you know, I'm not really sure. We did the training on it last week. I was like, it's a shame they didn't fucking train you not to fucking insult people to the fucking face, you little cunt. You know what I mean? I was livid. What are you doing? And then he literally said, what are you doing? What are you doing? The fuck are you doing? I should have picked up a bottle and just fucking, you know, the end of fucking There Will Be Blood, where he's just got the fucking, the fucking bowling pin. I should have just done that to him with a bottle of fucking hair mist or some shit like that. I'm fucking that. What a dick. Absolute fucking pervert, like. If I see him again, I'm going to tell him off. Excuse me, sir, I know you don't know who I am, and thank God for that, because you're obviously a wrong'un. But if you ever lay Frederick Miles ever again, son, I'm going to kill you myself, is what I shall say. You know what I mean? What a dick. Where are we? Music for a While versus Beau de Jour. Beau de Jour. By far, not close. I could make Lily eat some stormy. Pardon me. Contre-jeu's alright, nothing outstanding. Can ladies be bastards? Probably. Most of them are. Some men would say. Lily mutes herself to fart even when she's offline. Absolutely. This fart law has taken on a life of its own, says Lilith. Frederick Miles is totally against layering and bespoke stuff. He wants to tell the staff. I should have just walked off. I should have just fucking walked off. Maybe beating him up a little bit first, you know what I mean? Rough the fucker up, you know? You can't. Get the fuck. No, you can't fucking layer. Oh, you know, it's all about freedom of expression. No, it's fucking not. No, it's not. The death of shame. It'll take us all down. Fuck. By God, behave yourself. I wear a shoe for you, you know? I've got a fucking shoe on. It's to protect my foot while it's up your fucking arse. You fucking layering that shit. Fuck off. Jesus. Like the stream, friends. Blood pressure is fucked. Evening, Mitch. You have returned to us, kinda. Kinda. And welcome, Greg. Thank you. Have you returned to us? Have you considered stand-up comedy? Well, the standing up would kill us. It's the standing up part that wouldn't do it. I'm only half joking, to be fair. If you layer your fist and his face, that's the opening of contre-jeu. It's certainly the result of what he was fucking doing. Is that absolute Paul Soir, says Greg? Yes! I'm considering selling it. Funny Epstein file fragrance takedown, says Mark. Well, I hope you liked it. I just got a whiff of absolute Paul Soir and thought it was B.O. Calm down, just lay Balenciaga and Antace. No. I don't need to, because they're fully fledged perfumes, which are, in fact, good. You know, if the two fragrances you had to layer were any good, you wouldn't have to fucking layer them with another fucking perfume, would you? Eh? Do you know what I mean? Fuck off. It's got a whiff of absolute Paul Soir. I thought it was Beau. Who the fuck's that? Just call the store and tell him that. I'm not going to call the store. I'm going to call into the store and tell him that. Just call a couple of fucking mates. Get in and fucking beat this cunt up. What's he been doing? He's been layering fragrances. Oh no. Oh no. Aren't you Ginger Rich? Aren't you fucking Ginger? Shut up. No, I'm not Ginger. I've actually got greys. I saw an inordinate amount of grey fucking thing. Mind you, this was only since this incident happened, actually. So this happened to us on Tuesday or Wednesday. I think it was Tuesday. And then on like Thursday, I was in the car and I was like, ooh, look at that big grey patch. Fuck. I could sue the fucker. You know what I mean? Frederick Miles got to have a few quid. I'll sue that fucker. He'd be mortified as well. Sexy dirty bastard or attraction fatale? was scientifically proven recently that women's flatulence is more odorific than that of a man. Yes, but they'll deny it flatly. They will gaslight you, ironically, fucking, gaslight, then they will absolutely deny that to the point where you're like, oh, yeah, okay. And then fucking they're like, don't you dare talk about me farting, so you can't even discuss it with your peers. And you can all like come to a consensus. This is how they control you, This is me on my Andrew Tate arc. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to help men help themselves, Send millions now. That's just joined. What's he shouting about? Like the stream, by the way. Deep dab wave. It's some dickhead was fucking the person on the Frederick Mall counter fucking layered promise and portrait of a lady. I'm gonna have to say something to him if I see him again. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be like, mate, you can't do that on this key. You can do it on the Parfums de Marly. You can do it on the fucking, I don't even know if they sell Parfums de Marly anymore. Thank God. You can do it on you can do it on a lot of places, You can't do that on Frederick Mall. You can't do that on Frederick Mall. That is an absolute fucking monstrous crime. Crazy work. Oh my God, please don't forget my tips. Forget my tips on layering stream tomorrow. Imagine Richard's face is bright red now. No, I'm in a good place. You are nothing if not patient on the mount. If not patience on the mount. Fucking take me time when I'm on the mount. Ask your ma. Standing up would kill us. Yeah, standing up would actually fucking really hurt. Like something like that. I went into Newcastle 2 days in a row last week, and I spent the next 3 days struggling to get out of bed. Really bad. You went on strong this one. I'm here for it, says Christina. I'll be there layering Eau Sauvage and a Vanilla Van to make it last longer. Well, I hope you're punished for it. Is it worth getting a splash of smalt to pour on? Yes! Sheesh, Mitch hit his final form. I will always evolve. Shape-shifting Mitch. Bright red duck. Scent of the day's chorus laid with Santal Noble. Good evening, everyone. Aren't you Ginger Dahlia? Absolute polar swear was reserved for me already, says Lilith. You didn't put any money down, did you? Let's all have a name our favourite layering combinations and see what Duck thinks of them. Not much. I could have sworn you were Ginger Rich. Fucking, you want to testify before some form of fucking government committee, mate, with that kind of swearing in. Fucking the value of your oath is worth. Christ. What a day. This is the last. I'm not going to say anything else about politics, and this is going to be a very brief statement. Did anybody see that the Clintons said that they wanted a fucking public hearing before Congress, and the next day Donald Trump came out and said, I never really much minded that Bill Clinton. That's all you need to know about them cunts. The self-hating ginger. Who'd have thunk it? Layer Slayers. Let's start the rumour that Rich... No, don't do that. I sound angry in English. Persian is soft. Rich is definitely of ginger heritage. Ginger on ginger crimes. Orange. Self-hating oranges. James once accidentally laid brain in paprika Brazil. It was nice. It wasn't nice. You were wrong. Broly, I need to start layering imagination and vanilla van. Hope the yummies come out. Ginger tea makes sense now. I don't drink or eat ginger tea. I did, however, get some tea leaves in my mouth and down my throat earlier on, and I nearly choked to death. Rich, you can't fight the mob. I can. I'll fight that fucking mob, and I'll win. I have righteous indignation. I was glad that I could help you get that episode out. It's not out yet, mate. It won't be out until I'm fucking calling Mo at 3 o'clock in the morning, telling him where I am and asking him to bring a spade. I'm lacking yummy frags in my fragrance. You need to buy some frags off me, son. That's what you need to do. Orange duck. Anyway, says fragrance time. Rich Ronald Weasley, Mitch, stop that. Nice rowdy gang in here. Missed you guys, says Triple. He's been away for a while. He's back now, thank God. So we covered bad comments, layering, and ginger range. What was the last item? It was Joy Amin. Tom, welcome. Oh no, guys, I'm going to have to stop layering Savage with Axe body spray. Yes, I'm afraid you should never have been doing that in the first place, but there is no joy like in heaven. Not heaven can wait, though, because that's awful. There is no joy in heaven like one sinner that repenteth. So please stop your layering and join us in the light. Hope you've been missed as well. You have. How many times did I say, where's Triple? I come back. I found him in a far-flung corner of the internet. Our eyes met across a misty room, and there were some shitters in the mist, I can tell you. I am in fact ginger because you patiently mounted my mother. Hate to tell you this way, Rich, but you are my father. Gross. You're not getting any money out of us still. Duck's children area. I remember seeing that picture of Rich with hair and he was ginger. I'm sure of it. It wasn't, you fools. It wasn't. That was when I was at school. My hair was darker because I'd bleached it. Aha. Is Belle Am the most powdery fragrance you enjoy wearing? I wouldn't say Belle Am was particularly powdery. If it was, I wouldn't enjoy wearing it. That's another fragrance I'm going to be getting rid of as well. This fucker. Histoire de Parfum Ambre 119. Ambre 119. It's got to go. It's got to go, friends. It's got to go. It's too powdery. It's too vanilla, too powdery. I don't know why I bought it. I knew this before I bought it, and yet I still did. I suffer for you. I suffer for you people, and you mock me. You mock me, accusing me of being ginger. The same colour as the label on this Amber 114, ironically. Oh, cruel irony. Fortunately, I'm British, so I've got like a natural built-in defence against irony. Well, not defence against it, you know, I just kind of like, I don't know, I kind of like occupy that. What the fucking hell's going on? Listen. That's the lid. But there's nothing in the lid. Why is it making that noise? It's listening. It knows it's being sold. I remember seeing that. No, you don't. Act of lightsaber denial. Dahlia, you get it, Bobby. He's getting ready to leave, guys. He's not getting. I'm not going anywhere for another 15 minutes. That photo lives in my mind rent-free. There were a lot of girls at school who said the same thing. Welcome, baboosh. This is true. A quack rang out in the darkness, and I was found. It's true. Rich, have you been enjoying the Volute CDT? Not yet. I'm going to wear it in the spring. I'm very much looking forward to it as well. There is a listening device in the lid. That's right. Someone buys that absolute Paul Soir from Rich. It's damaged. I'll give you a £5 for it. No, but I will take 12 times that. I'll take 60 quid for that. But only as part of a bundle where you also buy the Gallop and the absolute Paul Soir and a couple of other things I'm looking to get rid of. I'm going to get rid of a couple of the vintage. I'll tell you what else I'm getting rid of. I'm looking at getting rid of. Oh, fuck you. Which one are you? There you are. My vintage Ambre Pressure. Vintage Ambre Pressure. Same crime as the Ambre 114, but this is actually a better perfume, like, if I'm being honest. This Ambre 114. This Ambre Pressure. It's a better perfume. But yeah, I'm going to be selling that as well. Full bottle. Full bottle. It's damaged. I'll give you a £5 for it. The absolute Polar Soir is not. He promised me absolute Polar Soir for my birthday. Relax, everyone, says Mitra. You'll have to come and get it first before I sell it to someone else. My caviar is almost gone. Freedom from this smog-free zone, friends. I've never liked the Prosciutto. It's just something. Blah. Console you. PlayStation 3. Would you not say Bois d'Argent rates as one of the best powders? I don't get powder from it. I don't get powder, Triple. I do not get powder from Bois d'Argent. I think it's smooth. I think it's very smooth. I don't get powder from it. I think the myrrh is wet enough to stop the vanilla and the iris from being silly. You know. Then if you want to smell like pages, accept my pistol cans and have them after the blue. You already have absolute Polar Soir. She wants more. Anyone selling Papillon decants? Lismore's. A damp powder. Thank you for keeping my bag up safe, says Pirelli. And Alpha says, don't get too much powder from Battleron either, but Bell Armor's very much powdery to me. Must be your skin. Don't you're trying to mark her territory on me, says Lily. There, the sample for Salome. Okay, the last topic we're going to talk about tonight is that of Joy Amin. Joy Amin is threatening to, what did he say? What did he say? Joy Amin, internet personality, allegedly. Where is it? So he's been putting out a lot of clickbait titles recently. Sorry, Joy. So he's new perfume launch of Mushfiqur Rahim and Taskin Ahmed by Junaid Jamshed, a person who I have got a bottle of Oud Kadim by Junaid Jamshed, which is actually not bad. Morning Thoughts, selling off most of my collection. So I watched this video, and Joy, I love Joy, you know, I love Joy Amin. Joy Amin and me, I've been in the community collecting perfumes for a lot longer than he has, but as far as being active in the community, we've been active around roughly the same length of time, about 2015. Like you'll see videos, where I've got comments and they're like 9 and 10 years old. But I was watching videos a long time before that. I didn't start commenting until like 2015, 16. And that's when Joy started making videos. And I don't know, I kind of feel like when you know what it's like. You've been around something, you've been at work with someone, started roughly the same time. You've seen the same things happen. You've got a similar view. You've had similar context. You don't feel exactly the same way about anything because you can't. That's just not how human beings work. But you appreciate things because you were around when they happened for a similar length of time, right? And I've always felt like that with Joy, you know. And he's often said that you often get the feeling from him that he's not very happy. There's obviously a bit of anxiety, depression, other things, and I don't want to go on about that too much. But I haven't heard him say explicitly that he's actually he's sick and tired of it. He's had enough and he needs to sell stuff, and he feels like it's not going anywhere anymore and he's not getting any kind of reward from it anymore. And it feels a little bit more kind of serious this time. And it's sad because for the longest time, Joy wasn't monetized. He had his Bangladesh Fragcom page. He was like a bit of a local celebrity. He was like sought after. I think the string has just run. I think the string has run for Joy at last, and I find it very sad that there will be a regret that he feels this way, and he's gonna leave, and I wonder what he's gonna fill that hole with, because I don't think there is anything there that he has. Like, I don't know if you remember, there was a time where he went and he was talking about his watches. He was like always had like a Casio on, and he was like, he would, whenever he started a video, he'd be like, I'm talking about this fragrance, here's the watch I'm wearing, and like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And it's like, that hasn't been a thing for a while. And there will be something else, there'll have to be, because he's not having his emotional needs met. And I think that perfume was a good distraction. And I think that he feels like he's put a lot in and he's not getting anything out of it anymore. Like, I've seen somebody just say there, he's been heckled in his own community. And it goes back to that thing, the saying that you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Kinda. That can happen. You know, look what happened to Robes. If Robes went away and stayed away the first time, he'd be revered. But again, he'd be like, he'd have hero status instead of the way people actually feel about him now. Ever decreasing circles. You know, it's, I think a lot of people, I don't mean this as criticism for Joy, but I think a lot of people are trying to project something that they're not. And they do project something that they're not because they get relief from what they are by trying to project something that they're not and then trying to inhabit it, you know? And I think that you can't last doing that because it will catch up with you and it'll eat you whole, you know? It won't eat your whole, calm yourself. It'll eat you whole. And maybe Joy's just reached a point, whether he'll be able to let go of it, or whether he'll be able to let go of it, I don't know. I feel like George, the fragrance apprentice, has struggled to let go of it a bit. You know? He keeps saying, I'm going to leave on this date, I'm going to go and I'm never going to come back. And yet he's come back a few times. Will he go and leave this time? He's made a massive song and dance about it. Again, he's done that before and it just hasn't happened. He's trying to find the perfect way to go, George. And I think a lot of people fall into that. I think a lot of people fall into that. I need to have the perfect goodbye to be able to wrap it up and say, to me, that says that you shouldn't be saying goodbye or that you're not prepared to say goodbye. And that is not something you can change by putting a finite end on something, you know? You're not going to be able to end something you don't want to end. But for me, this kind of, the Joy video was a bit of a, I don't have much choice. You know, to me, it doesn't sound like it's a choice for Joy now. It sounds like this is kind of being forced on him by circumstance, which is sad. You don't get to control your way out, but maybe he's just hung on for too long. I suppose what I'm trying to say is know yourself and to your own self be true. And that is something that we all have to struggle with. And I have learned a lot about myself through fragrances, fragrance community, you people, as much as the way you people are, you know. I have taken, not financially, but I have taken a lot from you people learning about myself. I don't know how much other people in this community have done the same, if I'm being honest. How much have they actually learned